Hey, what's up everyone? Mikas here for WeMakeDanceMusic.com. Today I'm working on a techno track. It's got a minimal element laid out. I use Ultrabeat for the drums here. I use Logic plugins for the synths, of course. And after I'm done with this video, I'm gonna make a template out of this one. You can click on the link below the video on YouTube to download this template. Use the code Mikas, M-I-K-A-S, to download this template for only $5, which I think is pretty legit for such a great template. And yeah, I'll get started. I'm gonna run you down to what's in there, and then I'm gonna start building a track so we can all share the processes, so people that get the template get an idea how I build it. They get a bit of the track's, you know, processing and stuff. So I'll get started right now. So all right, let's see what we got here. So I use mainly for my drums these days Ultrabeats. So this is a simple kit. This is analog techno kit. So if you guys didn't know, inside of Ultrabeats you can easily route your output to different channels. So what I do here is I route the output of my drums to different channels and then I process them independently. So that means I can really play. Of course you have volume in here, but I like better to mix it in the mixer so we can process some effects and stuff. And yeah, that's what I like the most about this track is that riff that is a bit off, that is really creating a lot of movement. We'll get there in a few minutes, but right now we're gonna start with the drums here. I didn't name it, so as I go with you, I'm gonna show you. I think it's very important to name the channel well when you produce a track to easily track them later. You have the mixer down here, so here's the kick. We're running the track 119 BPM, no compression, no maximizer on the main out. I want it flat. I want to make a track to sound, you know, like it will sound for the mastering engineer. Leave some room for dynamics, always very important. If you watch more of my tutorial, you're gonna see this is standard process for me. If you want to check out, I have written a piece about creativity on our blog, WeMakeDanceMusic.com. in the blog to explain the processes that even if you don't feel creative on that day, you push a little bit, you go and something will come out and you always create repetition. This is how I'm able to literally produce a track from scratch every day. So this is one of them that I started. Now I want to share it with you guys. So here's the kick. There you go. And there. Here we'll get that kind of a, yeah, let's say that it's a snare. It's snappy, it's short. It's here. There you go. And then some hats. Close the hat. Close the hi-hats. Again, important to name the track properly. Here. And give myself a little bit of juice here. Here's more of an open hat. Perfect. That sounds good so far. Oh, here's a clap. Yeah, that's a very minimal sounding kit so far, 119 BPM, so we're in the slow side of techno. We're gonna create some movement with the synth. Like I said before, I use Culture, actually, to do this one. I'll get there in a second. Oh yeah, I remember this. So this is like I would, let's check what do they call it in Ultrabeat. Quite processed. Okay, this is actually a wood block here. So it's a wood block, but it's been processed. So I'm gonna show you a little bit what goes in this channel. I just use chroma verb, and then I do that often too. I take the signal, I put it directly in the channel, and then I compress it, but after I apply the effect, so that will literally glue the effect onto the original material. So it's not like sending it and having the effect overlay. They should merge together. So without, you can see that it's more sparse. Now with the compression, it's more contained. So this is, I think, a cool trick to use if you want tight tracks, you know. That one I sent it to a delay. That sounds like a where is it? I'm searching for the part. Okay, let's put it here. Ah, here we go. That's a hard conga. Well, that doesn't really sound like conga, but I guess it's heavily processed. I'm gonna continue naming the track, of course. Hard conga. Sorry guys, I don't want to take too much of your time, so I'm gonna keep on going with the track. If you guys don't know, if you select the top part and you do solo, and you just swipe down, you will solo all the parts, all the channels instantly. That's a cool little trick. Okay, so now we have a basic, you know, minimal techno-y beat. I think it's pretty cool. I'm gonna go now, I'm gonna bring the bass line first. So this bass line is inspired by a remix that Manuel Delamare did for me. Temperamental, which did very, very well back in the days in 2009, 2010. It's a simple, deep bass, you know, so... And the main elements here, which I'm really proud of, which I will bring up without anything, just so we can hear it before. So let's have a look at the MIDI of this just for a second. So it's a bit irregular. It's not off-grid, but it's a bit irregular. Definitely has, you know, that feel of not being exactly on time. I'm gonna hear it a bit better with the kick in a couple seconds. Not so much processing on there, except that I have a lot of send that I will explain later. So not even a side chain, just a bit of a compression on it. And then I have some send effects. So if you guys are beginning in Logic Pro, I want to explain send effects. Very important. So instead of having it directly into the processing chain under the channel, you will send. So you can send different sound to the same channel to create uniformity into your effect, to create like some kind of a body around the track that you will keep on using on different tracks. So that's what I do here. I have a chroma verb, I have a delay, I have fat effects to bring some more depth, and I have a send channel here that doesn't have output, so that means this is used to compress some other part, I think, into the track. So I think it's time to listen to that little chunk I have here and build. Let's have a look at the output. I like to look at the output to see what's the frequency look like. I have a couple more channels here with some effect. So one of the advantage of working only with MIDI like I do is if I like this track, let's say we want to put it to 126 BPM now, just to change the feel completely. Here we go. There's no sample to stretch, there's no nothing, it's instant. Work very well. So if you have a template like the one that I produce, I want them to be universally compatible with making music. So yeah, I like this groove. It has that hypnotic feel. I think I did compress the bass. There's nothing here. Of course, the bass is compressed from the main kick here. So what I do to set up my compression is I use a ghost send channel. So I send it to bus 10, and then the bus 10 output is going to nowhere. So you send to bus 10, no output, and then what you do on your compressor here, you pick up your sidechain from bus 10, and voila, no need for plugins or anything. I know some people won't like that, but I'm a little bit against plugin. I think you should use minimal stuff and just refine and craft the sound, not use the sound that some other people created with their plugins. So I think to continue working on the track, I think I'm going to make it a bit longer. So what is selected in here, you can easily duplicate, Control, Command R. So now we have a bit more of a track. I don't know how would I start a track like that. Yeah, I really like it. That's a really cool track. So, but I don't think I would start with the main element. start. I think to create some more movement here, because probably I've seen that before, I'm gonna do a track zoom so I can easily see the automation here. Then I'm gonna put automation on touch, and I'm gonna record a bit of an effect with the send here, so to create some movement with the start. So I'm gonna start low. The way that I usually create transition in my tracks is really using a lot of automation on send, effects, EQs to really create some movement, you know, without some drastic changes in the elements. So it's flowy, but then you bring on some change and then you flow toward the next element. And I think it's a good way to produce tracks. It's a bit more professional than having just everything sequenced one part. You know, you really try to be flowy. And since I am mainly a progressive house producer, that worked for me definitely. So okay, that's cool. But I think I would start here with some kind of pad. So duplicate the track, pick the key of the MIDI here because it's good to stay in key, not to go play around too much. And then I'm gonna do that here. Bring it up a couple octaves. Good. It's not what I want, but it's good. I'm gonna go into my channel here, open the filter. There you go. I'm gonna go into browse. If you guys don't know Alchemy is like it's an incredible synth. I'm gonna go into pads, not any genres. I'm gonna go into something more warm for the start because it's more like an analog techno-y bass sound, you know. So I'm gonna, it's a little bit high. I guess if I want to get some mid-lows, you know, which I really like into the intro, I would do this. That's cool, but not what I'm looking for. Yeah, that is cool. That's, you know, because I'm building a track with you guys, I won't be too picky on my sound choice, and you know, I want to show more of the engineering and how the track is done than really every single aspect of the processes. Because yeah, so I did create a chord with both elements, but it's both let's see what it is, and it's both an A and an A just an octave lower. That's pretty simple. So I want this, but I want more just the mid lows, you know, of it, and the bass. That's what I'm looking for here. We've got the effects down there that are doing a cool, definitely cool little start to the track. Yeah, I like that. I think I will kick it off here. No, I will kick it off with I'm gonna apply some side chaining here on this once the kick is coming in. See, when you hear it, when the kick comes in, it just brings everything together. I like this feel. It's nice. This is when you know a track will work, is when only the kick is there with a few elements, and then you already get the vibe. You know, this is sweet. So I'm gonna keep on going here. I think with the kick, clap congas. No, not really. Hats. No, not really. I think we're good with that. It's like a spacey kind of track. This one is called Transmission. So I guess I'm gonna try to transmit something. And then I will actually make it a bit longer. Here, replicate this, give it 2 bars. Now we're gonna view the second ruler. If you didn't know, Logic can have many rulers. So now I'm at 2 minutes. Well, it's not quite a track, but I think it's gonna be the length of the template. So I remind everybody, click on the link below, go to the site, get the template, enter the code Mikas. You're gonna get it for $5. I think it's cool. I'm gonna keep on working on it for a little bit. I don't want to make those videos too long, so what I'm gonna do after I'm done with this video is I will process it a bit further. I'm gonna arrange it better, mix it down, and then I will upload it to the sites for you guys to enjoy. So you're gonna hear the final demo onto the website, but I want to give a rundown first of what's happening. Okay, so we're gonna continue here in this bar with the main synth. Let's see how it sounds. Slower track, but it's dark, it has to be analog. It has to feel like something is happening. Because I do everything in MIDI, I think I'll have a bit of fun to shake things up here. So when you have everything in MIDI, it's so simple to just change things. So just before the main part kick in, I'm gonna do a bit of a kick roll. Let's hear it. Nice, like a little. And I think I would like a rolling hat in there to create more movement. So you're gonna see I often duplicate MIDI tracks. So I have the MIDI track here. It's much easier to take it from here and to move it to where you want it to be. Oh, this is good. Let's do it to here. So I would work with this filter here a little bit to take it out of the equation here, because I'm gonna put it on touch again. So always use EQs. Filters don't really use, because an EQ is a filter. So I select the octave, select the frequency, and then automate it. Super simple. Here you go. Then this is for the pad, the low mid pad here. So I'm gonna drop it almost completely for this part, because it's not really necessary. So as I bring this here, it's gonna go down. Definitely have a little bit of work to do on this mix, because the claps are quite prominent. Yeah. Let's go a bit further. So here I think for a little trick, for all transition, I'm gonna drop one of the kick, and then I'm gonna drop a bit of beat here. So every 4 bars, give a bit more impact to this transition, I'm a big fan of drums, so if you check out my tutorials, you're gonna see that I use a lot of drums, and I program everything from scratch. I'm looking for some hats, some rolling hats here. So something rolling like this. Oh, wait a second. Oh, no, this is something I did that wasn't quite right here. I'm gonna chop it here, get it here. This here. Okay. I'm gonna make sure I route my channels properly into the mixer. So right now everything is routed by default to the main. So that's my open hat here, which do I have room somewhere in the stereo channel? No, I think all my channels are taken, so I'm gonna go into the mono here. So I'm gonna do 23, and then this closed hat here, I'm gonna do 24. Okay, and then I'm gonna go here. Should be here. Much easier to mix like that. Here you go. Let's mix them. So this is going to be for the main part of the track, where you really maybe after the breakdown, when you bring it down with all the strength, you know, it's going to be like a progressive techno track. So that's where it's going to go. That I like to really I come here. So I'm on the hi-hat channel here, the quick hats. I like to really keep only the top end. Oh, it seems like my MIDI wasn't complete, so I don't really want to leave a break there. I want it to roll all the way through. So here you go. Cool and all, but seems like this actually belongs here. Yep, and seems that also that belongs here. I guess it's important to put the right MIDI in the right track, because with the tracks, when the tracks get more complex, you know, we want to have everything in order. This one is unused here. I'm gonna start cleaning the project for you guys. Okay, this is up, come here. Rolling hats. Cool. Then this is open hats. Good. It's a bit too loud here. I don't want them to be too prominent. I think the rolling hats, I'm gonna do an effect. I'm gonna put a delay, stereo delay, mono to stereo. So take the mono channel, turn it into stereo. Gonna give a bit more dimension. Gonna put it to 116 here. I'm gonna put one side to 1.8 with no deviation. I want it to be tight, maybe a little bit. Okay, then I'm gonna that's much better rolling hats. Hats here. I think in a lot of electronic music in general, people tend to compress the hats a lot. I like it personally. I am gonna go and slap a compressor on there. Gonna try to hit it because it's slow. Set it. Let's put a bit of input gain here. Drop the output here. Okay, why to do that, you may ask? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the release really fast, so it's gonna tack. I want it to be snappy. I want them to hit like hard, but then to be focused, you know, not to be chock everywhere. I want the frequencies to be really contained within the hats themselves. So I don't want them to overflow onto anything. So this is one of the reasons why compression is very useful. now we have a great track. I'm at about 25 minutes, so I will keep on going with this track on my own. Click on the link below and get the final result of this template for $5, like I said. Check out withmedancmusic.com. We have over 3,000 templates for Logic, Ableton. We're just loaded. We have a lot of producers uploading their own personal music. We have remakes, tons of stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, and see you next time with another tutorial.